everything.
I have socks if I need them.
Excellent. Just get one big sock and just put yourself in it.
What are human socks?
Like a bodysuit.
I have socks.
You have a plethora of them. You can just attach them to those. Like you put them on your ears, on your extras.
2, 4, 6, and then I've got
7.
2 spare.
Yeah, I was going to say 1.
No, just tie the one cloth up, which makes it a sort of nappy pant thing. One to carry out.
Not what I was thinking of.
Previously on Consequences of Failure.
Our group of adventurers all met by chance at the 50th anniversary celebration of Alnwick's successful city defense against the army of automatons. There, they discovered that some caravans intended for the festival went missing, and after some time to enjoy the festivities, they were asked by the town of Alnwick to investigate and potentially put a stop to whatever was happening with those caravans. It was a growing number of the undead which was to blame, and the origin was near the town of Ashbourne. In Ashbourne, the party broke into a mysteriously empty dwarven mine, and found some important clues about what could have happened there. The party had to battle the evil figure with the purple glowing eyes, who had turned this family against them. After destroying the corrupted necromancer, a dark gem, the shape of a heart, fell from his body, which had turned itself into ash. Inside his cave was a magic circle, which I, Azula, was able to destroy after asking help from my god, or any being that watches over me.
We were sent by the Alnwick officials to head to Ironpoint and talk to Venkentive. Who names these people? Ridiculous. Anyway, to discover what this heart really is and destroy it if we could. The next day we picked up some emergency rations and... horses. We got some horses. Took a detour to Ashbourne to check in on the whole dwarven mine undead thing going on over there. Crazy old lady decides she doesn't like loud noises. Turns the town against us. We get kicked out and told never to return.
So by all means, you have been granted recourse. It is now lunchtime the day before you are due to arrive at Ironpoint.
Would it be the day off?
The day off.
Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to do it. Hey Azula. How much do you know about Ironpoint?
I was confident.
I have been warned about it being a very central location for people who worship Crisis. Yes. And wolves. And the and there are dwarves. But the whole is it martial law? Yes,
Combat
that's
law?
common in people who worship Crisis.
Yes, and the fact that they can, if they're challenged, they can nominate the war leader of Crisis, whatever it's called.
Yes, so we must be careful with that. But I assume you guys don't know this?
I'd be talking to you while he's off doing something. I'd be like, yes, I'm aware of this. What are we going to do about that? He can beat them in fight.
Like I said, I was quietly confident.
Well, he must understand that he can't defeat everyone, and if he loses, he's basically a slave. Or dead.
Should we tell him?
Well, yes.
Okay
I think
then.
so.
Kakran.
Nah. Fuck.
And literally about to have a sip of his soup.
You're supposed to eat it, not breathe it.
It's easy to get in if you just...
True. It is inside you quicker. Azula has something to explain to you.
Oh, it's over here.
Now, Kakra,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you first. Do you think you are the strongest opponent in Dale?
Well, that one guy with the shield did technically beat me.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure I can work out where he lives. So I haven't
In a
seen...
duel situation, in a one-on-one duel, do you think you are the strongest person in all of Dale?
Haven't met everyone yet, but evidence so far points to pretty much. No, there was that big abomination in which someone did warn me.
Hmm. Now, imagine a city where there are many of them.
We're going to an undead abomination-filled city.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the melee tournament. The big giant you said that would have killed me. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Okay, well, do you think you could have fought him?
He was pretty slow.
Didn't you almost die
Twice.
Almost. So what's the point? Are we going again? Is there another tournament? Okay, I'll go.
No. So there are many strong people where we're going, and there is a law here called martial law. And if you have a disagreement with someone, you can call martial law, and then you have a battle, just a one-on-one fight. But if it's the wrong opponent, which anyone there could be, then you are going to have to fight the most powerful person possibly in that city.
So I have to fight Marshall?
He's technically the war master of the Church of Crisis.
And you know,
It's not the War Master.
What's his name?
War priest.
Well,
He's not the War Master. The War Master is an entirely different thing. We don't want to go there.
okay. Sorry, he is a war priest.
yes.
No, keep up the War Master. Lie to him.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen priests before.
Okay, find that. It's just like a war master.
This is someone who's much stronger than anyone in the tournament that we have fought in. And if you lose, you die, or you become a slave.
Sounds like someone I could learn from.
Yes, you could learn from them. You could talk to him and see if he could train you to be better fighter. Much better option than you pick fight with someone else and have face ground into dirt.
Yes, it could even be a shopkeeper. If you challenge a shopkeeper and they already have someone above them who owns them as such, then it could go all the way to the top, and you could end up fighting the most powerful person in the city.
So the War Master owns the shopkeepers.
Possibly.
And I can't fight the shopkeepers.
Don't fight anyone. Try not to fight anyone.
Essentially, you are not allowed to challenge anyone to fight whilst in this city or if they are from this city.
I mean, when was the last time I challenged anyone? Not counting her.
Like her every single day.
I said not counting her.
That was
Yeah,
only
but
yesterday or this
Yes,
morning.
but you have to be very, very careful not to challenge her either while we're in the city. Because if other people hear it, then you have to kill each other.
You could just take him as a slave.
I'm not doing that.
No, there's problems with that. Okay, so you two, while we're in the city, none of this pranking. It stops here.
Well,
Okay?
of course.
I'm calling a truce.
We could end it right now. You owe me an apology.
You have been fucking.
No!
For what?
First of all, you beat me like one of your slaves.
Is this.
And then, what did I do? I let it go. I decided to try and be polite. I asked you how you slept. You looked at me with suspicion. I asked you how you were traveling. You ignored me. I've been watching you. You've been looking at everything. I come back the horses without you staring at me suspiciously. And then, you ruined my sleep. I know it was you putting the stinging thistles in my bed.
Did he say he slept fine?
He did, yeah. Your first allegation of me beating you?
This is when you challenged each other to fight.
No. When we left that other town. Well, when the lady. Yeah, she hit me.
What?
It was before that. After that. When we had to leave the town. You hit me.
And I bit off half your ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're a goblin, it's fine.
And this is true.
Was this because of what you did?
I was admonished, and you beat me. Punishment had been dealt. You pushed it too far.
I need more context for this. How about we have all of this after our visit here?
Are you going to make me tell her?
Because that's a lot of claims, and right now I'm pretty focused on the task ahead, and I don't remember a lot of your accusations.
She doesn't even care.
Kakran,
I did nothing to her.
I told you this stops now. Stop it. I know what you're doing. Enough. Don't make me poke it out of you.
Your boy cannot keep his straight face.
I imagine this would be in character response to.
I still want that apology.
For what?
So he never actually did anything to you. The way he was pranking you was he kept making you think he was doing stuff. Like asking you conveniently, oh, is there anything in your bed, or how did you sleep? Knowing that you will think he has done something to get at you.
I've been nothing but polite.
Like purposely lingering near your horses or your bags and then looking at you shifty and scuttling away just to fuck with your head.
Right, so it wasn't a prank. You were trying to psych me out. I don't believe I owe you an apology for this.
Yeah,
And to be
that would have just been icing.
fair, the nettles was a good move.
To also be fair, Clara gave me the idea.
That explains that then. I didn't think you'd come up with something so good by yourself. I mean,
You know it.
Now that is over, are we on the same page? No fighting
For the
when we
record,
get to the city?
If you have to, sorry.
I won.
Tell them that the blister's still on your tuchus.
They know.
I admit defeat in whatever this is. You win. Now, don't fight anyone, don't challenge anyone. Well, if you get challenged,
We get him into the Church of Crisis and Spine.
no.
All things are
It's fine, I have a paladin. I mean, a champion.
Yeah.
Literally a champion.
No.
Princess. Princess champion.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine, we're here.
Also, for the record, neither of you won. I did.
Very well.
I can't see my travel back in time for this shit. Right, the horses are ready. Let's go.
You.
Do not challenge anyone.
Also, do not antagonize anyone to challenge you.
I don't think I've done that yet.
So I would keep
Before-
the whole you being the chosen one on the down low.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't tell anyone, or they would try to kill you.
Yes, they might be jealous and then try and fight you out of jealousy. So
Is this a goblin settlement?
No, but they will envy your power, chosen one.
it is true. Good.
There
So-
might be goblins there. There was at least one goblin there.
So, you are currently approaching the gates of Ironpoint.
About fucking time.
For some reason, it's just the
feel
last like 50
Strange
minutes.
sense of deja vu.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been here before, but I'm pretty sure I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Looking at us.
We needed to get the pranks out in the open before you two escalated in the city.
I thought we had.
In character, we had not. Out of character, we talked about it.
It's fine, don't worry about it. So,
I have a backup plan.
Cool.
as I stated before, 2 men stand in front of the gate. One in, armor. Fairly decent mate, seems to be, fairly well built, humanoid. You can tell by his face he's a human. The other one is wearing completely enclosed, full plate. And you can't tell what sort of race he is, but he is quite a bit bigger than the other man that stands there.
I wonder if that's in block.
Chunk of sauce.
Alright, this is your mission.
Off you go.
You get to do the talking.
Don't challenge anyone.
Is the gate open?
The gate is currently open. As you approach on your horses, the smaller individual steps forward and sort of holds up his hand in a sort of way of gesture for you guys to stop him.
Give me a crisp high five from way past, it'll be fine.
I stop in front of him.
Yep. He sort of walks up beside you. Seems to take pause as he gets a bit closer and looks you up and down in your armor. Sort of looks you in the eye. You can see there's a bit of distaste. Yeah. As he goes, he sits there. And what's your business here?
Well, sir, we have been sent here on a mission from the town of Ashbourne, in the town of Alnwick, to see Venkentive about an item we have. The Runesmith of the dwarves.
Because you're eating the same fucking dwarves. Alright. Do you have any kind of note of authority or anything?
I didn't get one of those, right? No, I do not.
Alright. Entrance into the city is 1 silver piece.
Each?
Each.
Fuck.
Including the horses.
Oh, you fucks. Why couldn't you pay for yourselves?
I mean, they can't have getting here.
I imagine the horse is going to give me the size just losing.
Fucking excuse you?
How much is it if we don't follow her god? Is it cheaper?
He just sort of slowly looks around at you. 2 silver for goblins.
Take 8 silver for the group.
Roll a diplomacy or intimidation, your choice.
No, intimidation.
No,
Do it.
diplomacy.
No. Good, that's right.
That's 13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of spits on the ground next to you. Make it 1 gold for none.
Just, okay. Here is 1 gold. Let us keep, please.
Takes it off you, looks it over. Steps inside. Welcome to Ironpoint, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
You too. Owe us.
I don't know you shit.
Well, no, you don't owe us shit. You owe us money. There's
Fuck,
a
she called on.
difference.
I can take it out of what Kakarot owes me.
Garfield owes you?
Yes.
What?
How much does he owe you?
I have that on my list somewhere.
3 gold coins.
Pretty sure it wasn't.
Clip clop, clip clop,
Yeah.
clip clop.
So, as you guys walk past, you can feel the stares of the larger man just watching each of you as you make your way through the gate.
Are you able to direct us where to go to find, is it Kalishnikov? That's what I want to say.
Kalishnikov.
Venkentive.
The direction to find Venkentive.
Follow the main road straight in. Once you hit the market district, you should be pretty obvious to see where he is.
Thank you kindly, sir. Alright.
Am I the only one here who's not vilified by this place?
Because you fit right in.
But halfwits.
No, it's not the breed, it's the type of person.
It's the voice that gives it away.
Cool.
Perhaps in the city I'm not
The
the
very
person
bottom.
to talk to people.
You?
Yeah, the food fought back.
How dare it?
What are they? Onions?
Kinda.
Well, the only person other than her that I think is any good at talking, well, Lucille, are you any good? You hate everyone. Why did I even ask?
I do fucking hate everyone.
That's what I love about you.
I don't like that.
Good. You're not supposed to. Okay. Well, they're not going to like the goblins.
Have either of you, and by that I mean you, and probably you, thought about, I don't know, disguising yourselves in some way so that it's not obvious what you are?
I have been warned possibly not to hide it. Because then if it is found out, then it looks like I am hiding something.
What's the temperature like currently?
Temperature? It's a bit colder than where you were. As you've gotten higher, it's gotten colder. So it's maybe about, 16 degrees.
Okay, so a cloak would not be out of the question.
Wouldn't be out of the question. Being rubbed up enough to completely hide her armour, though, that would probably look against us.
But it might be enough to cover the insignia that she had inscribed on it. Or at least obscure it partly. So people, it's not openly out there.
Yeah.
So it's not actively hiding it, it's just situationally obscured by the fact that you're wearing a cloak.
I think not. I think I shall wear my god proud in this place of...
Oh yeah, I can't see any way that could possibly go wrong for us.
And I thought he was the one that was going to get us
Can you
killed.
say something about not challenging people?
Don't challenge people, but don't show weakness.
This is
I'm proud.
So,
Alright, you've been here before, you probably know where to go.
I've never been here.
You said you live with the dwarves, it's not it.
I live with the...
oh, that's an entirely different place.
No, I lived in the Iron Alliance.
What's the difference?
This is Ironpoint.
It's south.
Couple 100 kilometres.
Yeah.
It's south, and I just look in the direction of a mountainside.
It's
About 2 months' journey south.
It will take a long time to get through that mountain.
That way.
It could be a tunnel.
It's still a mountain.
This is true. I can talk to the dwarves. I can speak dwarvish. I know about their culture. Otherwise, day to day.
And they're going to be particularly pleased, aren't they? Because we have that book of theirs.
One can only hope. I will discuss with them if that is okay.
Everyone remember, it was the blacksmith that broke in.
What blacksmith?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we didn't break the lock, he did.
Let me do the talking if that's okay.
Click rock, click rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
Alright. But as you guys continue to make your way through the city, you go past many a hovel and hut that looks rather disheveled, and everything is covered in a distinct layer of ash. That even as you're making your way further into town, it slowly starts to settle on your skin and leaves that sort of gritty, grimy feel to everything. Yeah.
Smells like breakfast.
Yeah, and there's just a smoky smell to everything, just overlaid on everything.
Said, why does everything here smell like your sea?
In a way, yes.
Was Iron the Iron Alliance like this though?
Some of it was. Yeah.
Where is this walking room?
I mean, could be. But as you make your way further into the city, you would start to see, sort of off to the right, as you're making your way further in, is this large looming structure made out of stone and iron.
You reckon that's what he was referring to?
Yes, before we... No?
That's not it.
What is it?
It's not dwarven, whatever it is.
That's not dwarven.
Way
Does
too
it-
many spikes.
Does it look evil?
It has a certain foreboding presence about it.
Is there a symbol in front of it?
As you would get closer, you would see an open archway in front of it. There is a symbol emblazoned in the middle of the arch.
It's the middle finger.
Goddess, the image of Christ, which is basically a flayed human.
I just feel I'm picturing Christ's face, so it's.
Why is there a bear with a human head on that thing?
This is just what I would expect from them.
As you make your way past, you can hear the sounds of combat coming from behind. Obviously, they're doing training or some description, as well as armed men and women patrolling the outskirts of the actual Citadel itself.
Hmm.
We should talk to someone from Clan Koichev first. That is...
He did say it would be obvious where the place would be once we hit the market.
Yeah. I just mean before we talk to Venkentive, we should talk to someone, preferably a leader of some sort for Clan Koichev to relay the important information. It would be polite to do that before attending to our tasks.
Yeah, about the stuff to do.
Yes, talk to a Runesmith about the creepy thing.
Yeah, but isn't that the only other task we have?
Well, I'm assuming we would like accommodation, somewhere to sleep, getting food. Smoking cigarettes.
She doesn't really need to do that at the moment.
No. I got my unlit cigar.
But as you continue to make your way past the church, you guess? That's probably the best way to... What's that?
Temple?
It's bigger than a temple.
I mean, it sounds like fun. I think it should be.
Cathedral.
It's... Cathedral would be... It's about the same size, but something about when you think about the word cathedral doesn't sit right.
A mini fort.
The Vatican City.
Citadel is probably the word you'd use.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't look at it.
Avoid it.
Fair?
No.
Just avert your eyes. Wow.
Not because it's bad.
Anyway, you make your way past, and as you continue following the road as it turns around a little bit, you instantly notice that sort of just past where the road splits off to go towards the Citadel, the buildings instantly become better. Like they go from dilapidated huts and, conglomerations of wood that have just been, made and built on over the years to actual proper houses. Yep.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah. And a couple of houses through there, you actually get to the point where you can see there's, shops and all that kind of stuff. Various buildings that, big open windows at the front portraying, armor, weapons, various bits and pieces, all kinds of stuff.
This is much better.
But yes.
Let's hope we get out of this hellhole.
I don't disagree with you. But we do have things that we have to do first. Alright. Sorry, I was distracted by the church. Alright, what did you want to do first? I'm sorry, you wanted to find the clan.
Yes, we need to visit Clan Koichev first.
But we know where the rune thing is.
Runesmith.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, so from where you're standing at the moment, which would be at a sort of... You would go past the first crossroads and come to a much more prominent one. It seems to be sort of the centre. So yeah, you're standing at a crossroads at the moment with a large house, not a house, big, sort of greeny building sitting off to your left. Back towards the way you've come, but down a separate road where there's much more majestic and prominent buildings of, wealth and all that kind of stuff. Right down the end of that road, you can see large iron gates with, smoke pouring out of towers and all that coming from behind it.
Towards the
That
southwest.
That's definitely one of the mines, because you know there are 2 in the city. Yeah. Past the Citadel of Crisis.
So to the left is the Court of Iron.
The Court of Iron is the seat of government. That's where the governess holds court and basically runs the city from. So it's basically the leaders of all the important people. So there's the Council of Elysior, the Church of Crisis, the Lord is the one that runs the Ironpoint mine, and the Overseer is the one that runs the dwarven mine.
Where would be the best to visit the dwarves?
So you could go to the mine itself in the south, or you could go directly to the Runecrafter's hut, which is just outside where the council's chambers are, which is just off ahead of you a little bit. Which you'd be able to see from here. And as you're looking at it, it does look very... It looks like a small blacksmith's thing that's attached to what is obviously a mage's guild.
Yeah.
The wizard thing.
And you're just like, yeah, that seems like the place where a runecrafter would be.
Yeah. That's
Say, what is that? Say, what's that sound? Oh, that just means it's lunchtime.
Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure that building there is where we'll find Venkentive. Venkentive? Venkentive.
Victor Kent Ivan.
That is wildly inaccurate.
Well, our first mission is one that we were given, which has to do with this heart. So let's go to the Ruinfo first.
Yes. Perhaps we just refer to it as the theme whilst in the city. Maybe not talk about why we're here openly in open places.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, we'll go to Venkentive first.
Okay, so you're going straight to the runecrafter? Perfect.
The realization of we probably shouldn't be walking around carrying this thing in this city for any longer than necessary.
I mean, what could possibly happen?
Hasn't been issued yet.
To be fair, it's only been half an hour.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Not in any way.
That's what I needed.
You get that gem.
Hello.
So, you're heading straight over to the runecrafter?
Yes.
Yep.
Is there any specific protocol culturally, like, in relation to the dwarves? You know, are you supposed to bring a gift when bargaining or not?
I'll probably start by knocking the door.
I mean, it's the same as if you were trying to impress most other people. It's just they take finely crafted weapons and armor and other sort of tools and, you know, fine alcohol.
What if I am a tool?
Yeah, but you're not finely crafted, so
That's fair.
Not yet.
there's the issue.
Okay.
But there's no specific, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, you need to bring X or Y.
Yeah. Cool.
But
I'll
yeah,
let her take the lead.
so you guys move your horses over. You can see a couple of places out the front where you'll be able to hitch them up whilst you're inside.
Would you like to stay out here and look after the horses?
You know what? That might be best. Or I could put my helmet on.
That matters to you.
Although putting one's hat on inside an establishment is quite rude.
Well, it is entirely up to you.
Wait, I would just... And I have like this little head thing that I wear sometimes that covers my ears and...
Eyes.
Yeah, covering the ears is clearly the issue here.
How about you go inside and I watch the horses? There'll be fewer people inside. Probably.
Also, the dwarves aren't necessarily a part of the church.
Oh, that wasn't my... Oh, that's not the issue, isn't it? How about... Yes, I will go in with you. I would like to go in with you, but you take the reins in speaking to the dwarves.
Wonderful.
And give the reins to me because I'm looking after the horses.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, so you're still staying out with the horses.
Right, two
There's all the
goblins.
car going inside.
Two goblins and a champion. What are you doing, Kakran? Alright, come inside with us.
Okay. So with that, the three of you head inside. You walk through the door, which is sort of ajar already, and as you sort of walk in, there's no indication that there's no bell or anything like that to signal that you've arrived. And as you enter into you're not entirely sure, it kind of looks like a shop, but not really, because there's nothing on the shelves or anything like that. But it has that setup of like a room where you would probably display things, and there's like a counter. And from behind the counter, there's a wall, and from the other side of that wall, you can hear the sounds of it's banging, but there's something off about it.
Madness is kind of like
Yes, big shelves.
Nothing to steal.
So what are you doing?
head up
It doesn't
to
look very successful. You sure this is the right place? They said they're like master craftsmen.
Kagron, there's nothing here because
Exactly.
as soon as you make something, it's off the shelves, obviously.
Then what's the point of having these shelves?
He does make a good point. You only need one shelf. Just one little one that sits in the middle of the room with a glass case.
Kind of.
And a cushion.
You're not that, Lucy.
That also wasn't Lucille speaking.
I know. Lucy doesn't ever say things.
Head up to the counter.
Yep.
Is there any sort of bell or anything
There is in
there?
fact no bell, but almost as soon as you get to the counter, you hear the banging stop.
Mhm.
And a couple of moments later, there's a door leads into another room that opens, and through walks a rather aged-looking dwarf.
As opposed to shelves.
White beard, very odd-looking armor. Like it looks rather plain for a dwarf, which is weird because they usually into like ostentatious displays of wealth and whatnot. So
Does it have interesting etchings?
not that you can say. But yeah, and he walks through the door. You see he's got a rag. He's washing his hands. So, what do you want?
In Dwarven.
Rate this.
Greetings, comrade. I am here looking for.
Whatever.
Sorry. Oh, greetings, old one. Oh, master.
Alright.
I don't fucking. It's the dwarven accent.
Sure.
So, greetings, sir. I am here looking for the master craftsman Venkentive. Would that happen to be you?
He sort of looks at you with a raised eyebrow. Yes, what of it?
We were sent here by the city of Elmwick. There is something that they would like you to examine if possible.
Okay. What is it?
It is the crystallized heart of some sort of undead creature that radiates large amounts of negative energy. Or magical essence.
He doesn't like it by the sounds of it.
He reaches over and grabs it.
He's like this, he doesn't like anyone.
I will need time and materials.
Mm-hmm.
I will need you to go and get something for me to be able to tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling you to get out.
What would you require?
I walk
It's
outside.
called Ruinfo.
Shut up.
Oh, you know now that Azula has left.
What?
You guys are speaking dwarf, and I don't know
Translating.
translating.
You can't speak Dwarvish.
She doesn't know that.
So I think you
Yes, she
know.
does. We've talked about what languages
We
we can
have.
speak.
We have.
Oh, we know what dwarvish sounds like. Actually, alright.
Yeah.
I know through your bullshit. Okay, cool. I don't leave. I'm just there.
Cool.
Just in the background.
Okay.
What is the item you require?
I need a rather rare herb. It's called Ruinfo or fire-rhuburb.
Maybe switch this part of the conversation so that my allies can understand.
Of course.
We need to find a particular herb for the master to be able to examine the heart correctly.
Do we need to get Lucille?
Oh, they do know
That is
nature things better than any of us.
that is probably for the best.
Yeah, the sewer rat character knows nature.
Well, you do, in fact,
Oh,
look
no.
at nature.
I spent a lot of time in the poop.
You have spent a lot of time in the poop.
Yes, Azula, could you please go and fetch Lucia?
Yes.
Yes.
Lucia, I'll take the reins. You will need it inside because you might know what this is.
That is a very confusing way of saying that for Lucille.
What?
I'll take those horse reins from you now.
Right.
And if you could go inside, because you might know, we need to find something now to be able to get this heart looked at, and you might be able to know what this is. Yes.
Please be succinct.
Doing my best. Common is not very elegant.
Common is a beautiful language within which to swear.
But
Like,
anyway,
it's true.
go inside and talk to Kara. I will take the horses.
That was much better.
Okay.
There you go.
So, look, plomp. You're heavy.
Yep.
Right, what the fuck do you people want from me?
A plan.
This is Lucille.
He's just looking
Yeah.
at the heart.
Oh, Lucille will be required to find a specific herb. Can you please elaborate, sir?
Fire-rhuburb.
Am I familiar with what that might be?
Let's find out.
Thanks, Blake. Right. Need to know my numbers.
What are your numbers?
14.
14?
Yeah.
You've heard of it before. You've never had to find it.
Hmm.
And you wouldn't have much of an idea to start. You know it's contradictorily, it grows in cold climates. Yeah.
It's like, alright, I've heard of it. Where's it grow?
Top of the mountain.
Oh, shit. Is there a path that leads up there?
Yes, I believe there's a path just outside the eastern gate of the city.
I mean,
Right.
I assume you can't just buy it in town?
No.
Yeah.
No, you'll need to go up the mountain. Get me at least 4 bunches. Bring it back to me.
How many in a
You
bunch?
want the roots intact as well?
Don't need the roots. More the flower.
No, gotcha. Wait, are they in... Wait, is there a particular season they grow in, or is it just all year round?
It's not the season, it's the temperature.
Gotcha. Any special harvesting techniques needed for it?
Just make sure you cut it well below the flower.
Alright, I can do that.
How many in a bunch?
A bunch is one plant in its entirety.
Basically, I need you to get me 4 plants with.
Right.
Gotcha.
Until then, I will hold on to this.
Thank fuck.
Oh, that is so much more relieving. Sorry, walking around the city with that on our personage is probably not the best
No,
comfortability.
especially given some of the proclivities of the individuals that inhabit this cesspool. But, should you make it back, I will be able to tell you what it is.
Excellent. If we acquire more than 4 bunches of this specific herb, would that be of monetary interest to you?
Not to me, but I'm sure somebody in town will buy it. Perhaps you can try Mela. She is wizard that lives in the city next door. She will usually buy most magical components.
Excellent. And would you happen to sell any books on rune crafting, Great Master?
Books.
I leave at this point.
There are no books on rune crafting.
I'm back.
I'd
Sorry.
probably switch to Dwarvish for this,
Yeah.
once we've completed the other stuff. It's like, yes,
Which
there. Yes, I would be very interested in learning from you. On Honestly, it is a great pleasure to meet you. I lived with the Iron Alliance for some time and I heard of how wonderful you are, and it is great pleasure. It's wonderful to be
So
here.
you heard nothing but lies. Why do you think I'm here? It wasn't because I did good things, it's because I did things that they didn't like.
But did you do those things very, very well?
I did. Not
This
that
is
you can
important.
understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I zoned out, I was thinking about something
That's
completely
fine.
different.
Perhaps
Think about
it
cheese.
was the person I was talking to that
Only
got me
got
that.
Unlikely. I don't have many friends.
Fire whiskey is made.
What was it?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I can't ferment this.
Why would I tell a little goblin like you? But, be gone. Bring me back my plants. Then maybe we can talk. Daddy takes the heart and walks back out of that.
Okay, Titori, before you leave,
He's halfway through the door and he stops and just stares at you.
we have business with Clan Koichev. Who do we speak to? Or where do we go to speak to them?
You speak to the overseer. Who else?
Yes, but where are they located?
At the mine.
Okay. The one
They-
with the cells?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
He goes, if you go to the wrong mine, you will know by looking at it that it is the wrong mine.
But it is excellent to ask questions before we wander aimlessly through city.
That's your opinion.
Thank you.
That would be fun.
Alright.
How's it going? Okay. Well, glad I came.
It was more just not leave you alone on the streets.
That
Yeah.
was fine.
Just leave him out the front. So, right, do as many handstand push-ups on this hitching post as you can in the time it takes to get in and then out.
You know what? That actually probably, yeah, I would have taken that as a challenge.
Of course you would. That would have been perfect for you to keep your muse.
Absolutely would have.
Let's
Also-
file that for later use.
I bet you that you cannot do 1,000 push-ups in the time it takes us to have this conversation.
Alright, Kara, so,
We need to, well, we have a mission to go to the top of the mountain to acquire the fire-rhuburb.
Yeah, the fhrubab.
The rhubarb.
The fhrubab, as we like to call it.
Ruinfo is its technical name.
We should visit the overseer at the southern mine to talk to them about what we found at Ashbourne.
Oh yeah, I've got a thing for him too.
okay. And you know where the mine is? You got told already?
Isn't
Yeah, to
that
the
it?
south.
Okay.
Is it the big smoky thing in the distance?
You can see 2 large pillars of smoke, one coming from the south of the city, one coming from the north.
That's one.
That
Cool.
one.
Cool. Alright. Well, let's head there. And then, do we think we have enough daylight left to start this mountain hike? I'd rather not stay overnight in the city, I'll be honest, everybody.
Well, it's about, 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment? You could definitely get a decent chunk of expedition in as the day wears on.
Does it look very tall, the mountain? Like, you have to climb that mountain.
It is not small.
Right. I hope everyone has warm clothes they brought with them.
I mean,
Oh, Catherine.
he's just wearing nothing but his loincloth. It's fine, it's fine. Everything.
I have socks if I need them.
He's covered in
Excellent.
socks. Just get one big sock and just put yourself in it.
Well, they're human socks.
Like a bodysuit.
What are you guys doing?
Heading to the mine, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, you said that and then you were like, oh, well, we can get started.
Or it is.
No, after the mine.
Yeah.
Don't want to stay.
Alright, so you're heading straight to the mine?
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. I'm assuming there's space within these streets to ride horse.
The streets are pretty wide. Like, they're designed to be able to get mine carts, like, carts laden with ore in and out. So,
And besides,
because, unfortunately, the city doesn't have a skyport. So, they can't get
Good.
stuff
They're
in and
surrounded
out.
by mountains.
that and we're on like 500 kilo beasts purely to move or they get squashed.
Yep.
Head down to the mine.
Yep. So with that, you head south, heading down, like I said, amongst all these much nicer looking buildings. We're talking, maybe not the level of noble built like a noble's house, but they're close. And And yeah, they line the street other side as you make your way down towards the entrance of the mine.
Is this Rusthaven?
No.
Golden. Is that what's that?
The Golden Quarter, down the southwest. Where it says Coichin Mine.
Oh, there it is.
811.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be the number of the mine.
Yeah. So you're heading down the main road and got the corner. You get to the gate, and you can see that it's currently open. So you're just walking straight through.
Is there someone there at the gate?
There doesn't appear to be anyone standing guard.
Protocol-wise, do I know whether or not we should enter or call out?
Roll me a. Have you got war?
I have Lord Dwarven.
Okay.
That'll be 16 total.
16 total.
If there's no one here, yeah, we need to see them, right? There's
Yeah, well,
no
there
one
should be
else.
somebody. If they're not manning the gate, there should be somebody close by the gate that you should probably talk to.
Ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
There is in fact no doorbell.
Get up to the gate. It's like, hello.
Yeah, and you can see walking out from just behind the gate on the opposite side to where you guys are standing is a rather well-armed looking dwarf carrying a pole arm. He sort of walks out. He seems to be in the middle of like swapping down something to eat, so he's probably just having a break and getting something to bite to eat whilst he was doing it. But he sort of straigens himself and comes over and goes, "The hell can I help you?"
Hello. We are here to see the overseer of the mine on business in relation to Ashbourne.
When you say in relation to business with Ashbourne, what do you refer to?
The mine in Ashbourne.
Okay. With that, he sort of quickly ducks back around, and you can see here him under something dwarven to somebody else around the corner. And then he returns with another dwarf behind him. He goes, "You will all follow me, leave the horses here."
Is there a place to tie them up?
There is, just
Okay.
inside to the left, there is a hitching post where you can tie them to.
Why are these things always so bloody
Or
tall?
they're not. They're dwarves.
That makes sense.
Instead of being up here for you, it's probably like here.
It's quite small. I have
Yeah.
to go down.
Yeah. But yes, with that, you're escorted through the mine itself. You can see it's quite busy. There's dwarves running back and forth, various quantities of ore coming out of the tunnels that have been, hewn into the side of the mountain almost constantly. But as you make your way around past what appears to be some living quarters off to the right, you see a large forge built into the side of the mountain itself, and just off to the right of that appears to be some kind of administration building. With that, the dwarf leads you up there. So he gets to the door and sort of turns around and gestures for you guys to wait, then ducks inside, and about a minute later returns back out and sort of leans out the door and sort of gestures for you to follow him in. Yep, and he immediately leads you inside, down a hallway, and into a room on the right, where you can see a large desk littered with pieces of paper, books lining the walls, and a rather sturdy and somewhat battle-scarred dwarf sitting behind the desk, wearing rather nice looking clothes.
You said you were going to do the talking.
In extend greetings in Dwarvish.
Yep.
It's like, it is a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Kara, this is Kakram, Lucille, and Azula. What is your name?
He seems to smile a bit bigger. My name is Overseer Yakov. Leonid tells me that you've come with something to do with the Earthborn mine.
He said hello.
Shut up. I can't understand what they're saying.
Yes.
What are you talking?
We were attending to an issue in relation to undead in Ashbourne that the people were having there. We went to try and talk to the dwarves at the mine and found it abandoned.
Abandoned? What do you mean abandoned?
What do you
What is happening?
What do you know of the mine in Ashbourne?
That it had to be sealed.
Okay. Well, we went there.
You went into the mine.
Through a crevice. Yeah.
Roll your deception.
Huh?
Roll your deception.
No, seriously, like, we went into the mine and then, like, got down through the crevice.
No,
No.
that's not what he
You
said.
broke into the mine.
Oh, okay.
Blacksmith broke in. I
Yeah.
told you it's the blacksmith
Yeah.
broke in.
Sorry,
What
yes,
is not listen to me?
the
I know what's best for
blacks-
you.
the blacksmith opened the gates, and we went in, yes.
And why did you deem it worthy to break into our property?
What language is this happening in?
Dwarven. Yeah.
I think he likes
Yeah.
you.
I am
Because
nothing.
we were attempting to discover what the issues were with the undead that were plaguing the city, and we were concerned about the mine and whether or not the dwarves were still there.
I think I heard the word dwarf.
I'm here to tell you the information that we discovered whilst we were there.
Oh, you're here to inform me of what my people have already told me happened. Excellent. I'm so glad you have wasted my time.
Yes, because I wasted your time by bringing the maps that they had that were up to date and the overseer notes for the building,
She's
or
in
for
there.
the mine.
Pretty sure it's just how it goes on.
Roll me a perception test.
Do dwarves normally sound angry when they're just speaking?
Sort of,
Okay.
but you can
Now-
roll me a perception test.
And you're done.
12.
21.
21. You can tell he seems tired. No, well, not tired, but he's obviously a very busy man, and he at the moment he feels like his time's being wasted. You know.
Kara, give him the fucking book.
That's literally what I just told him about.
What did you get?
An 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I make the comment about the book as I go to start pulling it out.
So not only did you break in, you stole.
Transport. It is my belief that a piece of information like this would be very important to you to keep. So then that way you had additional information on whatever was happening.
Any snacks or refreshments around?
There are, in fact, no snacks or refreshments.
No, that's shame.
I said, oh, you're hungry? Here, try this. See,
Yeah.
You just sort of hold
pull
it.
out the
Like
equivalent from
hand
Mars
the
bar.
book, hand the books.
Yep.
And then proof that we actually went there and found what we did, give him the amethyst.
So,
What is this trinket?
It was proof that what we stored in the mine was true.
So you bought me a piece of a gem.
If
We
you
get
don't
paid
want
for
it,
it,
I'll
right?
keep it.
Why would you keep our property?
Exactly, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Is there anything else you deem that you must take up my precious time for?
Do you guys want to add anything?
We can't understand
No,
a
I'm
single fucking
changed to
thing.
English. Do you guys want to add anything?
We can't understand a single fucking word that you two have been talking about this entire fucking time. What exactly are we supposed to add?
Well,
I've got
this
another
one here has decided to tell me that you broke into our
the
mine,
blacksmith broke in.
We were there.
stole our possessions to bring them to us, apparently.
I thought you would have a way with words.
Oh, that was definitely
Ah.
a way. Citadel.
I told him blatantly what happened.
About breaking into the mine because no one had heard about the dwarves missing and the undead were everywhere.
The dive team went down. Didn't come
What
back
the
up.
thing we killed?
Yes, so of course we
Right.
went in there to make sure it
the
wasn't a
overseer
threat to the
told
team.
me that he had to seal the mine.
Yeah, we cleared out the mine for you.
Sorry. He what had the mine?
He had to seal the mine.
From the inside, yeah.
What do you mean from the inside?
Based on the way that they collapsed it, it wasn't sealed from the outside, it was sealed from the inside.
And there was blood everywhere, and there were no bodies from the inside where it looked like people had been taken.
That was a big conglomerate, massive flesh. We killed it for you, so you should have it.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. We found this in there. See, pull out that sack thing that I've been carrying around for the past however long it's been. It's like opened up and it's like clonk with the giant head.
Why would you do that?
Just, you sort of, why would you show me this?
Well, it's now safe to go back down to your mind. You're welcome.
No, we don't know that. However, the creature that was creating the undead around Ashbourne has been dispatched. So if the issue you were having in your mind was from undead, then it may be rectified.
Do you think we would have had to seal the mine for undead?
Well,
What did that thing say about the thing they found in the Wasteland? You know, the thing with the arms that were too long and the head that was too weird in the dark.
the Slender Man thing.
Yeah, that thing.
The creature that we killed?
No,
No,
the,
it
No,
the
the
thing
one
the
that they
dwarves seen
mentioned in.
in the book. Diary.
Oh yeah, in the diary there
reports.
was there's reports of a strange creature in the dark that was hunting them.
I'm aware. That's why we sent the dive team. That's why we had to seal the mine.
So why did we come here again?
We came here to hand him over those
Books.
pieces and let him know information if he didn't. It obviously does. He's had his own intel, so I don't think we need it anymore. We've done our job.
Is there anything else you wish to waste my time with?
Well,
Say no.
No.
Alright. Be gone.
they're very polite.
A very dwarfish interaction, I assume.
It's a bit more hostile than you were expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did break into their place and steal their stuff.
Yeah, but
I was doing it on protection of the town. I have no go about this.
yeah,
I'm
As
still
far as I
glad
knew,
we threw
this-
a blacksmith on the bus.
this would be something that they would be very interested in acquiring.
Who's to say they're not?
What are you doing?
Sense motive.
Perception test.
Woo! What does that say?
And
10? 19.
19. Something about this entire interaction is off.
he's not really who he says he is. He's the under information kid.
You can't put a finger on it because you don't have enough context. Because you don't spend enough time around the walls.
Yeah.
But something about the entire interaction is off.
Yeah.
This time. So I don't say anything at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd feel kind of off by how aggressive this is. Like.
Yeah, probably. But what are you going to do about it?
Question.
Mm.
You had the same sort of problem with any of the other mines?
No.
Good.
American or crows.
I'm sorry if we have
Oh my God,
caused you insults.
That's worse.
Maybe an arson.
I am a busy man, and I have a lot on my plate.
So you're a dwarf.
Please, if you have nothing else, I have work to get back to.
Is it something that you need aid with? The lot on your plate.
What do you think, you bunch of
Scrubs.
children?
Hey, I'm like 9
problems?
years old. Give or take.
9.5.
Hey, his assessment's correct. Right?
What do you mean? I'm not a child.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like
Wait, are
stupid
you?
old.
Wait, are you?
Mind your own fucking business.
Okay.
Well, if she's 100 and something, you're like what? 300-400?
Yeah, about that.
Nailed it.
Yeah, 3 or 40. Is there anything else you guys do?
I don't know anything about dwarves. To me, this is completely how I think dwarves would act.
Pretty much. Given everything that you were raised on when you were a child,
Yeah.
this is entirely what you were expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Like, I've dealt with stone dwarves, but this is. Well, if there is something this bunch of children can do, the offer is there.
Very well.
Spent, well, for a goblin, quite a lot of time in the Iron Alliance with the other dwarves there. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Would you like any fire beetroot?
Rhubarb.
That one.
No, I do not. Now, please,
Would you
I have
like
work
some?
to get back to.
No, we should leave.
Very
Just
good.
trying to suss out profits.
Alright, let you guys head out.
Yep.
Something just happened there that none of us know about except this guy.
Like, I can try and roll perception. Sense motive. Can I use
You
this
already did.
once? Can I try rolling a society?
For what?
Whole interaction. Society works like sense motive, totally.
No.
Dwarves, you know what dwarves?
Natural.
Why would it work like
I don't know. Because I can dream. Would Lord Dwarven work to try and work out what was off about that? Or no?
He's just cranky. I want him.
No, there's something.
No, that's just something. You know you've missed something, but you can't pick up what it is. That's what it comes down to. Like, you know there's something off. You know you've missed something, but you can't put your finger on what it is.
Considering how long goblin fingers are, that's something.
It's fucking all the way out there.
Long fingers, big heads, giant eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would have assumed he'd be grateful to have that information. But yeah.
So with that, you head back outside. Leonard's out there waiting for you.
Cool. So, I think it might be time to do some legwork. Not that kind.
Well,
Doing squats.
Sorry.
Actually, do that. That's fine.
are you guys prepared? It's going to be quite cold out there.
Do you have anything to clothe that green goblin gluteus?
I have winter clothes for myself.
I have socks.
You have a plethora of them. You can just attach them to
Yeah.
those. Like you put them on your ears, on your ears.
6. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, and then I've got like
7.
2 spare.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1.
No, just tie the one cloth up with into the sort of nappy pant. One to pad.
Know what I was thinking of?
Pad to bulge.
Don't you have a spell that could keep him warm?
No.
Well,
I
you
can
do.
set fire to him.
That's keeping them warm.
No,
I mean, if you're only doing minimum damage, then yes, it will be enough to keep you warm.
I get the impression that people here don't understand the concept of the term legwork.
what do you mean?
We have horses for that.
Do some inquiries about what is going on.
That's the thing.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
We could start with this guy right here.
That was what I was thinking too.
So we're doing red work on him.
He's just sort of standing there looking at you like, squat!
We
Shut up.
He just sort of looks at you.
We don't really have the authority here.
So I don't have this.
Do I ask questions?
Sweet summer
I
child.
heard
I
Can you
can't
ask
even
what is
swear
going
that
on
I've
here?
fucking advised against it.
What do you mean?
What's wrong with the overseer? There is something
What do you mean the fact that we've just lost a mine?
at Ashbourne? Or a
Where
different
else?
mine? I don't know. It could be another mine.
How often do dwarves lose a mine?
That's a good
Very,
question. How often do
very,
Roll me a dwarf.
very unusually. That's 15.
In the history of the Iron Alliance, it has happened twice.
There you go, so it's not unheard of.
Okay.
The first
What's
one,
the problem?
it was deemed easier to seal the mine than it was to deal with what was down there.
Kaboom.
And the second one?
Second one, nobody really knows about. It's a tale that all dwarves know, and that's about it.
Okay. I know of twice in dwarven history.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why it was sealed?
Nope. We do not know why it was sealed. All we know is the overseer came in from Ashbourne, spent quite a lot of time in with our overseer, and it was decided that, as he had thought, when he left the mine, it was easier to seal.
That is disturbing.
And as such, Yakov has been in a wonderful mood ever since.
Okay. We brought information in relation to it. The overseer's notes from the mines they met in the lake.
You brought the overseer's notes.
Yes, the journal from the overseer's notes.
Why would you have them?
Because we found them at the mine.
What do you mean you found them at the mine?
We went to the mine because if there
Yes.
was an undead issue in Ashbourne,
And the overseer should have them on him at all times.
then who was the overseer that you met that came here?
And suddenly you realise what's off.
Oh, that wasn't in Dwarvish? Oh,
No, I'd be talking
Yeah.
normally so then that way you guys can actually
oh, well.
hear. Like,
You realise what it was that you missed.
So that he realised that the person who came to see him wasn't the overseer. Maybe.
No, well,
Well, maybe this guy is not the. This thing.
yeah.
Another word for this guy.
Well,
The dwarf is not a dwarf.
it was this little thing that you picked up from Yakov. It's something when you said that you had the overseer's notebook, there was something you picked up. It was shock.
It's like I should have had this already.
Yes. From the overseer that claimed he came from Ashbourne.
Which means that the person who came to see him probably wasn't the overseer from the Ashbourne mine.
What about the employee who was not happy?
Feudal.
He got fired and shit.
yeah, there was. We looked at the diary to try and work out what was going on because
No, it was him. I saw him with my own eyes. It was the overseer that came.
the notes we found were in the overseer's office, hidden underneath a rug in a ransacked room covered in blood.
What do you call them things that take on another person's shape?
A shapeshifter.
That's not what I was thinking of, but okay, we'll go with that.
What is it? A doppelganger?
Gnome.
A doppelganger. Yeah. The thing that they spoke about in the diary, hidden in the dark with the glowing eyes. What if it was a doppelganger?
What's a doppelganger? Oh, is that the thing that changes its eyes to make it look like a thing in the dark?
It's a thing that takes on human form to kill them and do bad things.
Do any of us know what a doppelganger would be?
Pretty sure I don't.
Roll either Arcana or Occult.
Nope, I don't.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Oh,
Yeah.
You know exactly what
I needed.
doppelganger is.
Yeah.
It is skin changer, doppelganger. It basically takes on the appearance of anything it sees and has time to study.
Oh. What if it was a doppelganger?
Yeah, we've had from doppelganger in years.
Well, there were reports in the book of people seeing something in the dark, a shadow, tall, lanky, glowing eyes, and it watching them whilst they were there. The fact that this overseer came and talked to your
Big
overseer
boss.
without actually having his own notes and maps, when the room was it was covered in blood and the notebook looked like it had been hidden.
Oh yeah, it was under a carpet or something.
Yes, it was underneath a carpet as if someone was trying to hide it from whatever was attacking it.
I think we better go back and see him. He might not be happy, but
Well, I think his age should be pointed to
No,
that.
you wouldn't tell them. You need more evidence. At the moment, you just have a theory.
Well, what if the guy we just gave the book to was a doppelganger?
That is a very circular issue because then you wonder if everyone is a doppelganger.
but he spent all the time with
It just, dwarf starts giving you a very odd,
Ignore
sort of uncomfortable look.
Well, when the other one left, did people see him leave, the old overseer? Or was he still around?
Oh, he's still in town. He spends most of his time up at the court.
Okay. Okay.
Perhaps. Maybe don't mention this to others. We will talk to this man.
Okay. So you're telling me I should basically just let a possible infiltrator in and out of the mine as they see fit?
No, I obviously tell your overseer. I just think don't gossip about it.
Tell him he needs a crossbow.
Sorry.
How do we spot a doppelganger?
Doppelganger.
Yeah, how do we know if someone's a doppelganger?
They're dead, mate.
Roll.
Come on, I guess.
That would be a recall knowledge test.
Well, would I know based on my nat 20 of how
I should.
doppelgangers work?
Pretty sure I've never heard of doppelganger
You would
before.
indeed. You would have heard tales.
Oh, okay.
They're a fairly common, like a werewolf or a vampire, lich, doppelganger is another one, but, you know.
To scare your goblin kids into going to sleep.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh.
So
what we have to do is steal this guy's left sock.
I'm sorry, what?
That's how we know if that he's a mimic, not a mimic.
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I feel like I'm missing some kind of context.
Don't listen to him, do not give him your socks. He has to earn his socks.
I was not going to give him myself. Anyway, we should leave. And Daddy walks off and starts making his way back towards the gate.
So I had to tell if someone's
You shoot them with a crossbow.
Do they have different... How do you tell if someone's a doppelganger? Are they like allergic to silver, or bleed green, or show up on the detect magic?
They will probably bleed, it'll be like a green-purple colour instead of red.
Lucille's answer is correct once again.
Unfortunately though, simply stabbing them won't revert them back to their form. They won't revert
right,
unless they choose to.
Or they're dead.
Or they're dead, yeah.
But if we really needed to check someone, then you could just like pinprick blood. Like,
Sure.
You need to cut yourself.
no, you don't need to. This would be as we're walking and I'm explaining how to tell a doppelganger.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So, what's the plan from here, kids?
This is a dwarf problem now.
Everyone should cut themselves.
Do you want us to go and talk to this man and see what information or proof we can find out?
Or do you think the dwarves will handle it internally? Or we don't have enough evidence for even that?
I would suggest finding evidence to prove that he is what you say he is. If that's the case, then you could talk to the overseer again.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't try before you find some concrete evidence, though.
Okay then. Do not walk around stabbing people to check if they're doppelgangers. I'm warning you, not in this city. Not in this city.
Fine, you're right.
Many things.
Right, well, that is another thing we can work on.
By this point, you'll be back at the gate, back with the horses.
But I think we should head up this mountain.
I think we should go buy winter clothing and somewhere to keep the horses, because you can't take horses up a mountain.
And candy?
I mean,
Not really, no.
No.
You'd be able to take them a little bit of the way, but once you start getting to the mountain proper, it's not going to be something you can take. Well, you might be able to take some horses up there, smaller ones. These ones wouldn't be too good at it.
I wonder if they have riding goats. They have riding dogs. I wonder if they have riding goats.
Are we leaving the city? Because then when we come back, we have to pay another silver again to enter.
well, we're just going for a different gate.
Well,
right?
maybe
I
we
mean,
could
clearly
get...
she has a whole heap of money since she said she only had 8 silver and something like that. And they pulled a fucking gold coin out of somewhere.
I only had 8 silvers. He said it was 9 silver, so I asked if it would work for 8.
Then where did the gold coin come from if you only had 8 silver?
Because that was the
Because
amount of
gold is
silvers
different
I
silver.
had.
I get the feeling that numbers don't work quite the same way in goblin society than they do in the
I
rest of
said I had 8 silver. That was the quantity of silvers I had on my person. I did not have 9 silvers.
We're arguing bullshit semantics rather than actual how much money you got, right?
Yes.
Is that? Well, yeah. What? I'm confused as to why you're confused.
Yeah, this is as we walk. Would you happen to know somewhere that we can acquire winter clothing and potentially house our horses while we go on a mission up the mountain?
The horses, you should be able to find a stable over near the Rusthaven Gate.
Excellent.
Winter clothing, there should be plenty of shops. Up in the main part of the market district.
And do you know anything about the dangers that might be up the mountain?
Well, it's a mountain.
Well, yes, obviously it is a mountain, but is it home to dragons, wyverns,
There will be
fish?
freaks in the area,
Okay.
at the very least, if not the dragon.
Rhubarb.
Other than that, I'm not sure.
Okay. Thank you
They
very
don't
much.
really attack the city much.
It is very good thing.
Much.
much.
You get the occasional one that tries its luck.
Do you think the Runesmith might write a
Flat
A
check is
formal
where you
thing
roll
about
D20 and
us,
have to do no modifiers.
being able to go in and out
That's okay.
of the area for his business?
Not until we've proven that we can actually aid him. This would be an after we acquire the things that he needs.
I just don't know how we're going to have the money to get back into the city again.
Oh, it is one of the days, isn't it?
There is in fact 2 gates.
Yeah.
Is it normal for people to be charged a silver per person to enter the city?
2 silvers.
Well,
That was one
yes,
for us.
and-
wasn't it?
Yes.
It's a bit steep, but given your company, I'm not entirely surprised.
And normally it's us that people don't like.
Well, you wouldn't have felt that.
Not at all. Not even slightly.
Yeah,
Is
I've
any
been
of the
told
gates
to.
not have crisis worshippers guarding them?
Ah,
No. Right? Let's do from here, kids.
Do you know anything about Venkentive?
The rune crafter?
Yeah.
there's another one.
I know he's a rune crafter.
You don't know anything about him, why he's here as opposed to the other rune crafters?
Well, I mean, there was a rune crafter that had to come. He was chosen.
You what now?
He
Just-
was chosen to come to the city as the city rune crafter.
He was selected as a rune crafter to come to the city. Off we go now. We really don't help at all with the impression.
Right. Well, we're going to the shops, it seems.
Yay, shopping montage.
All that gold that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all that gold that I'm yet to have.
Oh, we have a gem shop, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some stuff to sell.
And that is where the story ends for this episode. Thank you for joining us on this part of our adventure. Stay tuned for more adventures next time, and don't forget to spread the word.